Hello, and welcome to the Los Pollos Hermanos family.
If you're around my age, you'll be familiar and probably played Super Smash Bros. Brawl on the Wii around 2009 to 2010. It was such an amazing game with smooth gameplay and a compelling story. Not to mention the multitude of collaborations they had introduced into the game, which is crazy to think that just over 10 years later, a video game company would try and duplicate it with the added help of characters like Tom and Jerry all the way to LeBron James.
You are my son.
Yeah, even with its recent release, I think the game is gonna die. Again. Prior to its announcement in November of 2021, rumors of MultiVersus surfaced from multiple sources. Initially, a user on the subreddit Gaming Leaks and Rumors claimed that the game was in development as early as 2019 following the release of Super Smash Bros. Ultimate and Warner Bros. Acknowledgement of the Ultra Instinct Shaggy internet meme. The user also claimed that the idea of a crossover influenced the filming of Space Jam: A New Legacy, although the validity of these claims are uncertain. On October 27th in 2021, professional Smash Bros. Player HungryBox shared an image on Twitter showing what he alleged was a character selection screen for MultiVersus. The image was deleted after Warner Bros. Submitted a DMCA takedown request, which HungryBox stated it was a hard confirm of the photograph's validity. The image included Gandalf and Rick Sanchez as playable characters in place of Arya Stark and Garnet, and Superman and Steven Universe designs were updated to be shown in the trailer. Jeff Grubb, a gaming insider, confirmed that LeBron James would feature in the game. Why? Who knows? Internal game design documents for the game were leaked on Reset Era. Following the tech test, gameplay footage was leaked online. An early access version was released on July 19th for participants of selected events, including the game's closed playtest and those competing in the game's first 2v2 tournament at the 2022 Evolution Championship Series, and via Twitch drops, reward system, and purchasable Founders Packs. During the 2022 San Diego Comic-Con event, Rick Sanchez, Morty Smith, and LeBron James were announced as playable characters. The open beta was released on July 26, 2022. Throughout the open beta, a Founders Pack paid DLC was sold through Steam, the Epic Games Store, the Microsoft Store, and the PlayStation Store. It was available in Standard, Deluxe, and Premium editions. When the early access version dropped, it received a 7 or 8 by most video game companies. But the public had a different opinion, rating it a 5 or 6 out of 10. This game has the potential to be a standout fighter, but there are some significant issues that hold it back. The roster is impressive and promises to get even better with future editions, making it a dream come true for the fans that love its potential. However, the hitbox and priority system is seriously flawed. It's so bad that it makes the game nearly unplayable at times, turning what should be a fun experience into a frustrating one. This issue is so prominent that people who avoid playing matches with certain characters just to steer clear of the frustration, regardless of whether they win or lose. It's unclear whether this is poor gameplay or lack of concern from the developers. Given that this was only the beta, they were willing to give it the benefit of the doubt and hope for improvements. However, people were skeptical that there will be changes of significance. Players might have to either accept those flaws or move on. Many predicted that once the initial excitement fades, the persistent issues would start to annoy players, possibly driving them away. Another downside that was noticeable was the game design. Most of the stages feel lifeless, almost as if they were hastily put together in Microsoft Paint. While it's okay for some stages to be simple, like the Wonder Woman stage, all of them lack vibrancy and creativity. Stages don't need hazards to feel alive, as demonstrated by games like PlayStation All-Stars, but these stages seem like the same platforms with different backdrops. If the game doesn't improve, people said that they can see themselves abandoning it. Even though this is just the open beta, the outlook wasn't looking so promising. Fast forward to May 28th of this year, and MultiVersus came out with a whole release. But it feels like it just did 2 years ago. Not only does the game feel the exact same way it did in the early access version, but they also heavily monetize the game with battle passes and exclusive items. This decision to monetize heavily, combined with the lack of significant improvements or new content, further disappointed players who had high expectations for the official release. The game's inability to evolve or offer a fresh experience ultimately caused it to fall short of the lasting success seen with Super Smash Bros. As a result, many players felt that the game became stale quickly, and the excitement that once surrounded MultiVersus rapidly dwindled, leaving it unable to sustain a strong and engaged community. This can all be attributed to one thing. At the end of the day, MultiVersus was just a poorly made Super Smash Bros. Clone. Despite the initial excitement and hype surrounding its release, it failed to capture the essence and quality that made Super Smash Bros. A beloved franchise. The lack of polished gameplay mechanics, unbalanced characters, and uninspired level design all contributed to its downfall. Players quickly grew frustrated with the bugs and glitches. In the end, MultiVersus couldn't live up to the expectations and standards set by its predecessor, leaving fans disappointed. The game struggled with a lack of regular updates and new content, which left players feeling ignored and bored compared to the frequent additions in Super Smash Bros. The aggressive monetization strategy also hurt MultiVersus, with expensive cosmetics and an unappealing battle pass made it seem like a cash grab rather than a fun experience. Technical issues such as a poor hitbox detection further detracted from the gameplay quality. Additionally, the Warner Bros. And Discovery merger likely caused internal disruptions, slowing development and affecting the game's support. Unlike Super Smash Bros., which had a long-standing legacy and a dedicated fanbase, MultiVersus just couldn't maintain its initial excitement and player base, killing it instantly twice. The death of MultiVersus is indeed surprising. Winning the award for the best fighting game at the Game Awards in 2022 showcased its initial promise and garnered significant attention from both critics and players alike. However, its demise raises questions about the challenges faced by even the most celebrated titles in today's competitive gaming landscape. Perhaps it serves as a sobering reminder of the unpredictable nature of the industry, where success one moment can quickly give way to obscurity the next. The reason Super Smash Bros. Ultimate didn't feel like MultiVersus is because they didn't change the formula. They kept the same thing and included even more new characters in the fight every single time. And it became a game that everyone loved and still play to this day. With MultiVersus, it just fell off a cliff because they didn't know what to do. They had the collaborations, they had the setup, but nothing could happen. But let me know what you guys think of this situation in the comments below. Do you think MultiVersus can come back? I mean, I want it to because it would be really cool if it came back. But we'll have to wait and see for that. Other than that, make sure you like, subscribe, and hit that bell for future notifications. And I will see you guys later. Peace.